season ended, what do you think, after playing, after that game and going into this game, what do you think is the biggest key for you guys to change the result?
Don't turn the ball over, finish drives, put our team in a great position to win. That's all.
Lamar, how many times have you gone back and watched the Buffalo game at all?
I can't count. Just watching film a lot, but just me going back to see like a loss, I don't know.
When you look at the film, what do you see?
I see we could have did better. That's it.
We talked to Mark a couple times about that game and looking forward to this one. He says he's very excited. He looks very motivated throughout camp. What have you kind of seen from your teammate that you've come to know, and what do you think? What do you expect going into Sunday's game?
The mark that we always get, a guy who loves football, a guy who's eager to win, who wants to win. The same guy, nothing changed.
Hey Lamar, I'm sure you saw this video of the voiceover did by fans' messages and comments. These kind of things, how much inspired you to start the season?
Oh, I love stuff like that, man. Shout out to the fans, man. Little kids, it's all love, man. That just motivates me a lot. I can't tell you guys how much I love it. I love them, guys. I love everyone back, just as much as they love me.
Well, you've had the experience a couple of times where the team gets deep in January and has a very difficult loss, and you guys start like back in the bottom of the mountain. It's like months away before you have a chance to get to back to like a playoff type game. Like, what is the mental challenge of that? Knowing that it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of work to get back to like another chance to do it.
Oh man, it's really just going against your team over and over again. Like you said, it takes so long for us to get in this situation, but now it's here. But me just going against my guys and pretty much knowing my guys in and out, like the defense is in and out. It's like, man, I can't wait to play my opponent. I'm tired of playing against my team. It's time to take our frustration out on those guys. So that's pretty much how I look at it.
Lamar, what has stood out to you about this team's preparation over the course of the offseason and training camp?
Everyone just dialed in. Everyone just been hitting the ground running. It really hasn't been any lackadaisy out there on the field. Our guys been communicating a lot. Everyone just love football. That's what I see from our guys right now.
You talked about being even more vocal this year.
Yeah.
How have you gone about that in training camp and plan to do that over the course of the year?
I feel like the guys will pretty much tell you, I can't really call it. When I see something that's I don't agree with, I speak my mind. I just want to see everyone do good.
Lamar, I know you didn't go back and watch the game other than film or whatever, but what did you think when you saw Buffalo first game of the season for this year? Like what went through your head?
Nothing, it's just like any other game. I'm trying to win, regardless. I don't look at no opponent. I always tell you guys this. I don't look at no opponent and be like, I got to beat them. I feel like we got to beat everybody. I'm just locked in.
Lamar, with training camp now in the rear view, what did you learn about just the kind of weapons that you have on this team through all those practices you guys have?
I pretty much just let they play do the talking. I can't tell you guys what I learned. What I see with my guys. You guys gonna see it come Sunday night.
Well, you've had some explosive week ones in your career without playing the preseason. How do you deal with the sharpness aspect of, having not played a real game in a while and then wanting to be sharp Sunday night?
Just practicing how you play, competing extremely hard at practice against my guys. Guys just, holding their coverages and, doing exotic blitzes and stuff like that. That's helping us out, from when the game comes. And even though we're not getting hit, it's like I take everything like it's game speed, like it's a game scenario. And that's why I feel like I'll be prepared.
Do you have a sense of where this offense is, readiness as opposed to other years, year 3 with Todd and all that?
I never know, I feel like as the game goes on, we pretty much find out. You never know. It's like on paper, everything look good on paper until you get out there on the field. So I just find out when we playing.
Lamar, you said a few times here, just like we'll see on Sunday. We're looking forward to getting to that point, and that's when you get the chance to see it on the field. How would you describe your eagerness to play again, to get back on that field and play the game?
I don't know. I'm pretty calm right now. I think it's the reason I'm calm though. So I'm chilling. but I'm looking forward to it.
Are you aware, or are you in kind of a bubble where the amount of experts that are picking you guys to win the Super Bowl, does it ever register on your radar?
Nah, we got to win our games. Can't go to the Super Bowl without making it to the playoffs, you know? So we got to focus on Buffalo right now. We can't peak too soon. We can't peak. It's extremely early to be thinking about a Super Bowl, you know?
Lamar, you're under contract for the next couple seasons, but you're extension eligible. Josh Allen signed an extension this offseason. Did you look to sign an extension at all this offseason, and is it possible you do it this year?
I think I tell y'all this all the time. Like,
There's no one to ask.
you know, it's for like, yeah, I hear that. But it's season here. I'm not worried about that. You were better off asking that during camp. So, but I'm locked in, man. I'm ready for the season to start. That time will come.
So there will be no deal once the season starts.
So what would that end?
The season here. I'm looking forward to the season.
Hey, Lamar, so you're having some fun with Show Speed, the guy.
Yeah.
How was that experience? And he really challenged you for a sprint?
He ain't really challenged me for no sprint, man. Nah, but man, he dope, man. He's a dope guy, man. And very exciting. A lot of energy, man. It was a lot of fun to go out there and have fun with those guys. Him and the high schoolers. Yeah, it was dope, man. It was a dope experience for me because I really don't be on stream, so that was my first encounter.
So would you really recommend him to be a part of the Ravens?
I don't know. It's different when you're getting hit with pads on. I like what he's doing. I want him to be safe. I don't need him to get hurt out here with us. Let us do all that.
When you talk about taking care of the football, are you happy it's going to be warmer, at least Sunday than up there, or
yeah,
does it
man.
matter? Or?
But it really don't matter because obviously we just seen we played in snow when the playoffs came, so it really don't matter how we play. The win column is all that matters. So I'm just trying to win regardless.
Lamar, do you have kind of a forecast of what the next layer of your game looks like? It seems like each year you get kind of sharpen your sword in certain areas. Is there anything you're trying to do that this year?
I think I say this all the time too. Everything, I really don't have anything specific that I want to just get better at. I try to get better at everything. So you can always critique your game and get better at something. You get older. You gotta see what other teams are trying to stop you at. So just try to get better at everything.
Okay. So one more. Go ahead.
I don't know if we ever asked you, were you disappointed at all that you didn't win the MVP?
I mean, the voters chose who they wanted to pick. It is what it is. It is what it is.
You don't trust him with the democratic process?
Really good practice, and all eyes pointed toward Sunday. What questions you have?
John, what were you talking to Mark Anderson a little bit?
We've all talked about what happened last time. You've known Mark for a while. How do you think he will handle going back to football?
I think he'll handle it great. I mean, Mark's a pro. He's been doing this a long time. He's been in a lot of tough stadiums, a lot of tough environments to play football, and he's a great football player. Worked really hard, very prepared for the game, just like all the guys. I think it's true. It's more about everybody than it is about one person. It's a team going in there, and we're not shying away from the reality that's the game. That's the last game we played, and we didn't win, and we were disappointed by it. And we respect the Bills very much, and we know we got a tough game in front of us, and how good they are and well coached they are. But we're a very confident team too, and we know what a tough environment is. But we're very confident we can handle a tough environment. So we know it's our first game. Let's go in there and see where we're at and go from there.
When a team does get deep in January and it has a disappointing result, what is required mentally to put yourselves back in a position to get there again?
I think you just go to work and you become the best team that you can become, for the next time you play, and that's what we've done.
How much is the talk about, hey, we can't, have 3 turnovers versus, hey, here's what we need to do, X, Y, and Z? Is it both? Is it one or the other, one more so than the other?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I guess it's kind of semantics, really. I mean, we know what it requires. If we'd have gotten 3 turnovers, it wouldn't have mattered that we had 3 turnovers. That's part of it too. You can talk about anything you want. You can do any kind of math you want. But what we're really trying to do is just chase the best football that we can from one play to the next. Do all the impactful, important things as well as we can from one play to the next. Play our best football, and let the chips fall as they do. And we're not. You can't determine the outcome except to the degree that you take care of the process and you go out there and fight and compete and play well. And that's what we're going to try to do.
John, do you feel pretty fortunate that
guy like JT Gray, was available at this point of the year?
Yes, Jeff, definitely do. Feel very blessed. Okay, let's use that word. That JT Gray's here. He wanted to be here, and he'll be contributing very soon, I'm sure, on special teams for us.
Coach, in some ways, is this the hardest game to prepare for, only that you haven't seen the Bills starters at all this year, or is it the easiest because it's been on the schedule the longest and you've had the longest time to prep for it?
How about we say it's both? It's both the hardest and the easiest at the same time, just for those very good reasons that you put forth.
John, you've changed in the last few years to where now most starters don't play at all in the preseason. What's the challenge there versus previous years in terms of having these guys go full speed right away in their first action?
Yeah, I mean, I do think there's something to that. The being out there in a game and kind of getting the feel for the game. The game is different than practice. It's true. So you just got to kind of get in there and get after it, and get your first hit, loosen up your pads a little bit, and go play ball. So don't discount that for sure. I mean, we understand that's part of it.
John, kind of to that tackling, it just seems especially when you don't play a lot of starters, and it seems like tackling in training camps around the league has gone down. Is there any more emphasis on that part going into the first game of the season?
We emphasize tackling really as much as you can possibly emphasize anything. I mean, tackling is the name of the game on defense, just like blocking is the name of the game on offense. Didn't Vince Lombardi say that? He did. Look it up. The game is blocking and tackling. So, yes, it's very important. The fact that they haven't tackled in a preseason game is something to take into account for sure. But I'm also very confident that we're going to go out there and you're going to see a good tackling defense.
John, we saw Jair out there. Does he need to build back up at all, or has he been doing enough in there that that's not really the case necessarily?
We'll see. See how it goes this week.
Hey, Coach, I know it's hard not to count with Isaiah Likely for this Sunday. How do you see someone like Charlie Collar and the big opportunity for a big game like this?
Yeah, great opportunity for Charlie for sure. That's Charlie's been working hard, man. He's prepared like nobody else. I'm really feeling very blessed about that too, Jeff. That Charlie is with us because he's become an all-around tight end, and we expect him to play at a really high level.
John, obviously, special teams, you have a lot of rookies on that base, and obviously Tyler, all eyes on him. Is there anything specific as the game started that you're looking for from your rookies and how they compose themselves in a tough road game?
Yeah, probably just what you just said, that composure part of it. You're going to be out there, and it's going to be raucous environment, and your heart rate's going to go up, and your breathing is going to go up, and you're going to be excited, and the thing that I tell them the same thing my dad told me way back when, before my first high school game at Ann Arbor Pioneer High School when I was 15, starting at right corner for the Pioneers. What high school has the same? That's what Ann Arbor Pioneers, and we played #1 ranked Detroit Catholic Central, and he told me, just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath before the first play and slow your brain down, and everything will be okay.
And how did it turn out?
It turned out really well. But I mean, I'm really happy to share some stories with you, when we have more time.
John, when you have as many guys on offense as you do, who have self-confidence in their abilities and have shown that they can do productive stuff with the ball, is there ever a challenge with getting guys to buy in that, sometimes less is more for this team?
Well, that's a great question, and it's not really something that we spend a lot of time thinking about because I just think that it's understood, and football's a team game, it's a team sport, and you're one of 11 out there doing your part, and nobody can do anything without the other 10 guys. And yet, at the same time, we also want guys who want the ball. If you don't want the ball and you're a skill player on offense, it's just like a corner who doesn't want them to throw the ball over there. I promise you, our corners want them to throw the ball over there, So I'm pretty sure Cal Ripken wanted them to hit the ball to the shortstop when he was playing shortstop, right? So that's we don't mind that either.
And for sure, 21-31.
Yeah, coming up Saturday, right? Pretty awesome.
We haven't seen
Shout out to Cal. Yep.
We haven't seen Power Card in a good couple of weeks or so. I know he was dealing with a soft tissue thing.
Yes.
Is that chances him playing at this point are probably unlikely?
Probably could do the odds. I mean, they probably have that. I'll bet they have the odds on that. Don't they? Can you bet on that too? I wouldn't know. We're not allowed to bet.
Are guys going to play?
Yeah. They don't have that?
You can't do that.
Can't do that?
When he misses that much time, is it tough to ramp, or has he been trying to ramp up, or what's?
Why don't we just leave that for later? You know, we'll just, thank you, Chad. Yeah, I appreciate the question.
We'll have a pull in the
Right, there you go.
Not injury report related for odds, but we did see Isaiah likely come out and talk to you before practice. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but it is a little unusual. Just what was that visit like, and how has he been handling just the process of being patient, but now knowing the season's upon and he wants to be a part of it?
Yeah, I'd say he's probably been, after about the first 2 days, he kind of locked in and got patient, became patient, and has done really well. Really good, I would say maybe ahead of schedule probably. So we'll just have to see how that goes going forward. But yeah, I think he's been good. You know, he's probably going to start getting antsy here pretty soon though.
Here, two more.
John, have you noticed an extra layer of confidence or anything different in Zach Orr as he prepares to lead this unit in year 2?
No. He's always, Zach's been, you guys all know Zach, right? You know Cliff, the answer, he's always confident. I just think the energy, I think there's an extra layer of experience for sure. He is definitely, I mean, that's true for me too. It's true for all of us. But the fact that he's got this year passed under his belt, went through the kind of year that we went through last year, I think that brings confidence in and of itself, right? And he's done a phenomenal job. But he'll be the first to tell you. We'll find out, you know, this year what kind of job. And I just am impressed with him. I told him today, all the defensive coaches. I was in the defensive meeting. I thought it was a great defensive meeting. I thought the preparation was outstanding, you know, and he's leading that. So, yeah, it's definitely it's another year in, and that's good. All good? Good. Thanks.
Going back to where the season ended in Buffalo, and you all know what happened in Buffalo. How do you feel, and do you feel there will be different emotions for you going back to that stadium?
At the end of the day, you know, this is a new season. I've had a full training camp of, you know, getting better. It's a new team. You know, for me, it's just looking at it as it's two really good teams going against each other. I'm going to play my part. I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability, which I'm excited about. It's an incredible opportunity for this organization, for me, this team, and everything we want to do this year to start it off right. So I'm excited about that.
With all that, how excited just to finally get to game week for it. It's been such a long off season. I imagine it feels like it's Wednesday of a game week. It feels like really back into a normal role, right?
It's that time. It's that time. We put in a lot of hard work and done a lot of great things and grown as a team, and just excited to see where that takes us. And it starts week 1.
Was there anything you tweaked about your off season, or any new focus as you've been, or is it just sort of rely on the routine you developed?
It's always just focus, man. There's so many different parts of your game that you're looking to get better at. You know, one's perfect, and but just striving to elevate in each and every way is something that, you know, I look to do each off season, and that's what I did this year.
Mark, you get a sense of where the offense is in training camp going into a season, and what is your feeling about where this unit is as a whole going into this year?
And we're going to find out. You know, we're going to find out this year. Starts week 1. So that's the beauty of this time of year is, you know, we got to be hungry. We've got to be ready to go. And, you know, I believe that we have a hungry team, a team that's ready to go. We worked really, really hard, and this is going to be a great test. So that's the exciting part.
Mark, how do you kind of leave the last game in Buffalo behind?
You know, I'm a pro. You know, this is what I do. This is what I love to do. This is my whole entire world. So for me, it's about focusing, you know, doing my job, and just knowing the type of player that I can be in this offense and for this organization, for this city. And, you know, I've never lost sight of that. So.
Mark, besides watching the game film, have you gone back and watched the game from Buffalo last year at all?
Yeah, you know, of course I've watched the game, and obviously in game planning for this year, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, each year's different. They played us different from the first game to the second game, so you never know truly what you're going to get. Again, I'm excited about this opportunity, going against a really good team, and it's going to be a good matchup.
Did you get any advice from anybody who had been in that position as you, or, you know, maybe just had some wisdom to share that kind of carried you through this offseason?
You know, I got, you know, a great supporting staff, you know, with family and loved ones, and you know, at the end of the day, I trust in the people around me. I keep a small circle, and I don't listen to too much outside noise, and I'm extremely grateful and blessed, and put all my faith in God.
Mark, I know you don't really care who you play. You sort of just take it as they come. But was there any part of you that was we're happy to get this game out of the way week 1 and not have it sort of out there?
For me, it's whoever's in front. It's all good, man.
Mark, when you put up that social media post like a week or so after the game, were you surprised at all just by how much love there was for you from current teammates, obviously current teammates, but former teammates who just showed you admiration and support in the comments there?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I didn't quite hear your post or hear
the Instagram post that you posted after the game, just explaining that you were grateful for everyone's support and just the sheer amount of players around the league who kind of came to your defense in the comments there.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's always good for people to have your back. That's a good feeling. I'm grateful for the people that are around me, that believe in me, that trust in me, and I think that's evident in me being here. The trust that they've showed me throughout the years, and there's been countless times where step up, make big plays, and I'm excited to do that this year as well.
If Isaiah's not ready to go, you talked about Charlie Kohler and his ability to step up and be your running mate in that regard?
He's had an incredible camp. It's like one of the best camps I've really ever seen by a player. Just a total stud. He's been balling out, taking a big workload, and he's just continued to make big strides. He's doing incredible in the blocking game, but he's running great routes and he's looking really fluid. So I'm excited about him, and he's going to have a big year.
Go ahead. I was going to say, you see a lot of teams that get deep in January, have a tough loss, and it kind of infects the next season. Both of you guys and the Bills have had some disappointments and then come back and had really good seasons next year. What is required of a team, of a franchise, to sort of draw that line and have a good year after a tough loss?
No, I think it's the guys that you have coming back. What type of guys do you have in the locker room? Are they guys that are looking towards that end goal? Are they focused? Are they someone that gets down on themselves? And I don't think that's the type of group that we have is people that get down. We're looking to get better. I think that each training camp we focused on just the little things, the details, and this is the time of year, first week 1, game 1 against a great opponent to do our job, focus on the details, take care of the football, and good things will happen.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
8 months now. Finally get back to a real game. How long has it felt for you?
Honestly, I didn't know it had been that long. 8 months. It flies by, man. It's quicker than what you think. But just very excited to get out there. Obviously, it's going to be a hostile environment. Great opponent to open up the season. We know it's on the line, and it's the first game of the season, so excited about that and ready to show the world.
How excited are you at the fact that it's a team that you last played and knocked you out?
Yeah, absolutely. Very excited. And it always, early in the season, you definitely know where you are playing against a really good team in Buffalo. So excited about that and have to go out there and do what we do and not have self-inflicted. And if we do that, everything else will take care of itself.
Obviously, it's good for your physical to sit out the preseason and reduces the risk. But is there a part of you that watches the preseason games and are like, man, I can't wait until it's me out there?
Nah, I'm one of those guys, man. I love seeing the younger guys go on, earn their opportunities throughout the preseason. A lot of guys win jobs, change their lives forever. So I'm big in seeing that and, watching those guys go out there and do that. I haven't really played in the preseason since I've been a pro, so I don't really think it's something that I need personally and whatnot. So, but to each his own.
What was your reaction to Jay Higgins making the roster?
Jay, I think Jay's a tremendous player. Coming out of Iowa, very, from what I know from Iowa, I don't know much, but I know a lot of those guys are fundamentally sound, play very hard, and he's one of those guys. He knows how to get to the football despite the measurements and things of that nature. Hats off to him for the way he worked each and every day, how he come in, and always just trying to get better and keep his head down. So got a lot of respect for him.
With the depth of your secondary now, how much does that allow you to be as creative as you want to be?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that more so goes to Zo, and that's his role. My role is to play linebacker and play linebacker to the best of my ability, and I leave all the rest up to Zo for how he want to disguise or whatever the case may be, packages or whatever the case is.
Roquan, if you're comfortable, like how much better physically do you feel right now compared to week 1 last year?
I feel really good right now. Another show in a couple days. I'm not sure how many days it is until Sunday, but when Sunday get here, that'll show for sure.
When you're going against, Josh Allen and kind of his style of like plays quarterback, what's kind of the defensive focus, or kind of your focus since you're the center of the defense right there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think first and foremost, going up against him, I think it starts with stopping the run. Just truth be told, like making the guys one-dimensional, and that starts with stopping Cook. Got a lot of respect for him, the way he run the ball and whatnot, and stopping them, making them one-dimensional, and forcing it to be a drop-back game. And when you do that, then things can go a different direction. So it's got to start first, stop the run, and then we'll go from there, and that's something that we will do.
Roquan, we see a lot of NFL teams that get deep into January, have a tough loss, and they can kind of like infect the next season as well. You guys and the Bills too have like had some disappointing finishes and then come back and have a really good season next year. Like, what is required to make sure that a heartbreaking loss or a tough loss in January doesn't bleed into the next year?
I think that's life, man. Life, you can't focus on what's in the past. It's in the past for a reason. You can use it as fuel, but you should never let something in the past affect how you look at things, because it's a new day. It's a new team. This team is not the same team as last year, and neither are the players. Yeah, we are the same dudes, but each person has changed a bit regardless of how you look at it, and I think every day in life teaches you that. So I'm excited about the opportunity, and I know it's going to be a great matchup for us in front of the world, and we just get to go out and show exactly who we are.
Last week, Kyle Hamilton was talking about the whole team and saying, as long as A's here, as long as Lamar's here, we feel like we have a chance. I know so much has to go right to make a run at Super Bowl, but is there any specific thoughts that you have of the way Lamar's played the last 2 seasons? You got to take advantage, you got to make the most, you got to end with the trophy up on the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. Call him Big Money K-Ham now, though. But outside of that, yeah, we like you said, I've been saying that since I got here. And when I first got here, anytime Lamar's on the team, you have a chance to hoist the Lombardi. But I think that's everybody's plan going into the season. So it's about each and every one of us looking ourselves in the mirror and saying, what are we going to do to make sure that that's us? But it starts with this game, and it's one game at a time, one moment at a time. And if we do that, play to our standard, eliminate the self-inflicted, starting with week 1 up in Buffalo, and knowing we'll probably see them again, and then everything else will take care of itself.
Roquan, you mentioned fuel, and curious, when you saw the schedule come out in Buffalo, there it is, week 1, what was your reaction, and did you feel like, we do need to use this as fuel for motivation to kind of get past that?
Honestly, I don't really see it as fuel, because truth be told, whoever it is, you can roll the ball, like I've said many times, on this pavement right here, and we can get down, So at the end of the day, it's it's a team that we have to play, and yeah, they are the team that we lost to last year, but that's last year and this year, and I'm focused, and I know the team is focused on going out there Sunday night and showing the world exactly who we are, and not focused on anything else.
I know nobody on the defense was very satisfied with your performance through the first 10 or so weeks last year. Is that something you guys have talked about explicitly at all going into this year? We got to hit the ground running in a way that we didn't?
Yeah, I think last year as a defense, yeah, we obviously didn't play the first couple of weeks the way we wanted to. So, and that's just each and every person have to look themselves in the mirror regardless. And there were some tweaks. There's little things. Sometimes people make mistakes. Obviously, that's human nature. But we know that's not our standard. And again, that's last year. We're not focused on this year. It's a completely new team. It's a completely new defense, like I said. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited just to go out and show the world. And I'm sure you'll be tuned in Sunday, so you'll see that for yourself as well.
Earlier this offseason, Marlon Humphrey had said that it feels like the Ravens' defense isn't feared the way it used to be. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that, and I think it's more so about instilling fear into your opponents, and I think that just goes with the way you play ball, being relentless. Any chance you get to take a cat out, you take a cat out within the rules, obviously, but that's how you have to play, and just play with an attitude. And I think we play with that edge and that attitude, play in, play out, and do to the best of our standard, and to our standard, each and every individual that goes out there, and we'll instill that fear in the individuals. But it starts week 1. We have to show the world exactly who we are, because we know who we are. So it's about showing it and not having self-inflicted.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it.
Yep.